Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba? What?
Oh
It's
god.
not down, but I get up again.
I cannot believe I am fucking exhausted as shit. How much you had to do last night compared to what I had to do.
Yeah. What did you have to do? Nothing?
Fucking nothing. I mean, I had to do my picture, but
We're live. People can hear you.
Wait. Now?
Oh boy, y'all can hear me singing Chumbawamba. Someone
Wait,
wants.
this live?
Yeah, it's live right now. We're just on standby. Dave's on standby. Dave runs the show. So
On standby if it's live.
well, that's the standby sign. I just learned what standby means yesterday.
Wait, what? What?
Alright, that's it.
What is live?
It's live right now, but you don't see us. They just see the standby screen. Yes, Pedro, crypto art is going to be one of the topics today. Someone wants you to sign their left elbow. By the way, I'm very excited about your crypto art being like worth a lot because all those like signed pictures that you drew at like SIGGRAPH or NAB, like the ones where you were drawing wieners on things, you know, like. See, what I need now, though, I need a certificate of authenticity for that, so that one day I can sell it. As soon, you know, once you party too hard, you die one day. You know, it'll be worth a lot of money.
And it didn't happen.
It didn't. No. You can't say that, dude.
I took it away. It didn't happen. This person robbed me. They took my hand and friggin' forced it. If there's any DNA
Right.
All right.
DNA evidence that exonerates you as a full-on.
All right, let's start
I
rolling.
apologize to everyone. I look like hell right now. I was up with
Look,
barfing
I
children
look like
last night.
Everybody looks like hell right now.
And I need one of those
True.
sweet Beeple haircuts, you know?
I
I want to get, and I realized the haircut I want. I want David
Skrillex?
Lynch's hair.
Oh.
Because if you've ever seen it, he's got like this sweet pompadour, you know? It looks so good.
a fucking man crush here. Can you pull him up? Pull a picture up?
Pull a picture of,
It's gonna freaking.
I don't know. Dave, can you pull a picture
Pull
of
his
David
pants
Lynch's
down.
hair, please?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I gotta fix my webcam now that everything reset. All right, are y'all ready to start recording the things?
Yeah, you're a little stuttery. Sorry.
Me?
Mine? Is it? It's doing
Yeah.
the thing? It's doing the thing, huh?
Yeah, but whatever. I can deal with it.
If it's bad, I could just put it on my other mic.
It's fine.
A little
Whatever.
chunky.
Yeah.
As long as you
you're-
can understand me. Can you understand me, or you want me to just? I can
Yeah,
just go to this.
And I know
right
it's not
here.
going to the stream, so
Is this better?
whatever.
Is that better?
That's
Yeah,
way-
I mean, it's
I'll
fine.
just
Yeah,
use
that's
that.
way better.
Fine. It's fine.
Hey, Laura, how are ya?
What the fuck is this thing called? Mic
What?
recorder,
Recorder? Yeah, voice recorder.
voice memo.
How are things, Laura?
Good. Wait, are we good to start?
I think we're good to start rolling. Let's roll.
Oh, good.
We are rolling.
Test 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Everybody go.
Wait, do I
Okay.
start recording?
Yeah, go ahead and
What?
start recording. And we'll do
On
a
your
little sync
sweet Pro Max.
clap on your Pro Max.
I love that Pro Max.
Yeah,
Don't you even talk to me, son. Don't you even talk to me, son.
you got that Pro Max.
Yeah, Pro Max though.
Pro Max,
Pro
though.
Max Live. Don't you? See, Dave, you did not tell me somebody who was a non-Pro Maxi. No. Yeah, it was gonna be
I'm
on
sorry.
the stream.
I'm
would not
sorry.
have fucking agreed to do this podcast if I knew a non-Pro Maxi was gonna be on this stream. Hell no.
No.
Hell
You
fucking.
just got your 11 Pro Max like a poor person over there.
No, I don't.
Disgusting. An 11 Pro Max.
Oh,
I don't even know. No, I have like the original
Homeless person. Goddamn,
XS
hell no.
Max.
Hell no.
Mine's a couple years old.
Can't even roll. All right,
Whatever.
Let's do a sync clap.
What?
And
You don't
start
have
this thing.
lidar? You don't have lidar?
have lidar?
Oh.
God,
I feel like that
loser.
could actually be sweet. I feel like it'll be, we'll see. You laugh now. I feel like that LiDAR could be very sweet. That
Yeah.
could be
I used
utilized
it.
quite
I got
well.
it in the
You know
show
it,
notes.
sir.
I've used it. I got a great use case scenario for the show.
They could definitely make something sweet. That was honestly one of the biggest reasons I got it, because I feel like in like 3 months there's going to be a sweet freaking photogrammetry app.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch
Yeah.
of them.
Don't you think, Dave?
I used one this weekend. It was awesome.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it in the show. I got it in my notes here. Let's do a sync clap and we'll start.
Actually, my brother sent me a fucking big chunk of like a room, like that looked really good. And I don't know what I'm like.
Works well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do our sync clap. You ready? It'll be 1, 2, 3 clap. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I feel like you weren't even trying on that.
Was
Yeah.
mine wildly off?
You're fine. You will be fine. You'll be fine. All right, we're gonna do
It's like
the intro.
laziest clap I've ever seen. You're just like,
Well, okay, what are we doing clapping?
it's
the
so we
sync.
have a sync point. It's
Get
so
the
that we know where
fucking
we
thing.
started.
All right, let's start this thing. I'm gonna do all the intro stuff. You know how this goes. You've heard it before. All right, here we go. What's up, and welcome to another Mograph Mocast. I'm Dave.
And I'm Matt, and joining us today, the man, the myth, the legend, yeah. All right, you've seen his work.
What is the live
He's
feed?
the
feed?
crypto arts extraordinaire, Mr. Mike Beepleman, Mr.
What's
Mike
up?
Beeple.
Wait, is this the feed? This three
This is-
panel?
This is the feed, yes. And
Oh,
Mograph
okay.
is a supplement to our site, mograph.com, which is a motion graphics tutorial site with
that
tutorials,
funny?
plugins, podcasts, and other Mograph stuff. And on the show, we talk about everything ranging from motion graphics to Cinema
Those
4D,
dumb
After
cats,
Effects,
yeah.
plugins, render engines, doing business, doing taxes, being a contractor, or working for the man. You can email us info@mograph.com. Let us know what you think about the show. Questions, comments, concerns, grievances, topic ideas. Send in your suggestions. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, mograph.com. This week, we're already off the rails.
Already.
As you can tell, it's going to be a great
I
show,
don't even
though.
know how we're off the rails. I just said, "What is this? The feed?" Something I was just made fun of. I was
Oh, man.
verbally abused.
This is a good week. I want everybody to check the feeds and things and check the site. Number one, keep sending in your animations, reels, and things like that, renders for the front page to feature on the front page for our new redesign or slight redesign. Also, been talking to Mark about that updates for Stop Being Afraid of Houdini. He is working like
Houdini
crazy. 18.5 updates and the possibility of maybe a part 2. I'll have to think of a good name for that. And then creating the Unreal, make sure that you check out Jonathan Winbush, check out his new course on the site. And this week, I got to say, this week we got a mini course coming up from Don Allen Stevenson III. It's a mini course. It's going to be hopefully out by Wednesday, assuming I can get it done this afternoon, finish all the minor details. He is going to be doing a live AR special with us on Thursday night. And we're going to talk all about AR. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Also, let's see what else. This Thursday, I don't know if this is live or pre-recorded or what this is for, but I think we're doing something with EJ for a podcast on Thursday. I just don't know.
No.
Yeah, but I think
details.
that's for his. I think that's for like
I gotta
his
stop you
class
right
or
there.
something like that.
I gotta stop you right there.
Do it. Let's stop
I
us.
feel like you can't do something with EJ. That dude.
Why is that?
Freaking, no.
No?
Why?
Freaking
Because he's-
jabroni. No. You know
Oh.
what he did. He knows what he
jabroni.
did. I will say that. He knows
Oh,
what
really?
he did. That's between him and the
Oh.
Lord. Between him and the Lord.
Uh-oh, there's
Oh,
some beef.
man.
There's some Mograph beef going on between
Mo
EJ
beef.
and Mr. Beepleman.
Mike Beepleman. All right, and let's see, what else do I have on this list? Oh, we'll talk about his crypto art experience, probably. I don't know. Also, we're going to be on the Go Gorilla podcast December 6th.
Yeah.
Well, that's when we're recording. I'm not sure when it
Yeah.
comes out. Make sure
probably
that
be
you...
either that week or the week after.
Yeah, so check them out on the Mograph Podcast Network. Also, they released, I believe this morning, their film of vital signs. So check that out on their YouTube channel ahead of time there. December 10th, we are going to have a Camp Mograph fireside chat reunion, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, Aaron Sorofsky.
Wait, what is it?
It's a Camp Mograph fireside chat reunion.
Yeah.
So first Camp Mograph, we had Ryan Summers, you know, and
Aaron Sorofsky and Barton
Aaron
Damer,
Sorofsky and Barton Damer, you know, and
speakers.
Yeah, as our speakers. And so we're going to have them back on. Since, you know, we can't do an actual Camp Mograph or whatever, it's going to be like, it's like a reunion, you know?
Yeah. December 10th, Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central. Make sure you check that out. Also, we got a new shirt. Make sure you check that out. I'm going to be posting that. I checked on it, and it is done, which is good. I wasn't sure if it was ready to go or not, but I'll be posting that. It's kind of an old school throwback shirt. It just says Mograph. It says graphic blandishment on it, which that's kind of a nod to Charles Schultz. That's what he called his animators. That's what he called his animators. Like, if you watch the end of the Peanuts.
The Peanuts, dude?
Yeah.
Peanuts.
Look at the credits of all the Peanut stuff. He called it all.
He'd call them what?
He called the animation, like, graphic blandishment, because he had so many different, like, types of animators and people who painted and did all of that stuff. He's like, what do we call it? His name for it was graphic blandishment. So it says mograph.com.
Blandishment?
Graphic blandishment. It's like an old throwback term. And what else? Wednesday, 3dmotiontour.com. Make sure that you check that out. And then
interrupting every 3 seconds.
who's going to be on Wednesday?
Hard not to. This is
Matt,
me trying actually super hard.
Who's going to be on the show on Wednesday?
Great job, actually.
Matt, can you look it up? Who's going to be on the show on the 3dmotionshow.com
I'm pretty sure it's okay. So I know for sure it's EJ, right?
Noseman, and I don't
Noseman 3dmotionshow.com. I think
there's going to be a few people, I think, from Red Giant, and then November
18th. So we start off with Max on News with Paul Babb, and then I'm gonna mess up these names. I'm sorry. Danil and
Dimitri.
Damil and Dimitri.
From Red Giant.
Then EJ, and then Sarah Gibson, and then Noseman.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Be a fun little group.
Make sure you check that out. And then Matthias. By the way, Matthias is famous. He was in the Apple event. Did you see Matthias
in the Apple event
thing?
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
dude.
who?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Wait. What happened?
Yeah,
He was
so
in
you
the
know they
Apple
had the big
announcement.
Apple announcement of the M1 processors and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And so, like, you know, all of a sudden you just see Matthias there going Cinema 4D, you know, because they're doing like testimonials from all the like different like software developers and stuff.
Like a real thing with like a bunch of like other like corporations and stuff. That's funny.
Yeah, it was cool.
Great.
I was like, I know him. That's
funny. That's awesome.
So check that out. And R23 is already updated for the M1 chip, which is awesome if you have one of those computers. And then so new phone, the LiDAR.
Hold on, real quick. And also, or never mind. I'll wait till Ravcop. Go ahead.
We're in Ravcock.
We are in Ravcock.
Yeah. What's your flavor, Matt?
What's your flavor? No, the Redshift. Did you see that Redshift for Mac is in beta now? I
did not.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
you can go to the Redshift forums, I believe, and download it. Now that Big Sur has been out, it is there. It is there. You can give it a try.
Well, yesterday I used my new iPhone Pro Max 12,
Boom.
iPhone 12 Pro Max. Boom.
Shut your mouth, son.
Wow.
Shut your mouth.
To do a LiDAR of the backyard because we're gonna put in these paving stones.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I was able to do it. It measured everything perfectly. Like it was perfect. And I just threw in like some cloners and stuff. This is going to be really hard to see if I just hold it up, but I'll try. You can see there's the back of the house, and I put in some cloners to figure out how many patio stones I needed. And then I counted my Mograph cloners and multiplied it by the price of the stones.
Yeah.
And then
so one of my
what's
favorite
crazy?
things about doing cinema and like actually like building stuff, like you know exactly how much it's going to cost because you know exactly how much materials you need.
See the bottom? See the gap right there? That gap though?
Oh, that means you got a slope.
It figured out my slope, so I know that I have to build up that area. The
That's
LiDAR is
cool.
awesome, man, but only if you have the iPhone 12.
Wait,
Pro
did you
Max.
look at it and that's how your yard actually is with that like slope like that?
Yeah, totally. It's amazing,
Wow.
man.
That's fucking
awesome.
crazy. What is the like length of the like area that you scanned?
Well, I did it in
like,
low res, but
Approximately.
it was, I don't know. It was I
Ballpark.
don't know. It's like 20 by 20 area,
20 by 20 feet.
something like that. But if you can see here, if I bring
Fucking
this up,
crazy.
Yeah,
let's see if
it's
this comes
insane.
up. Look at the see how it's like.
Wait, what is
be able
this
to see it
app?
on here.
What is this app?
See how I'm like kind of moving around? I know it's out of focus, but
Yeah, no, I can see
but
it. It's like super freaking sweet. What is that
yeah.
app?
This app, I've tried a whole bunch of apps. This is the one I like. It's called 3D Scanner app, and it can do low res, it can do high res. I've tried like 10 different apps. 3D Scanner app. I got that scan of the backyard in 5 minutes, processed and everything. If you want to go high res, you can, but it takes like 10 minutes to process. But 3D Scanner app.
And so, can you export that as an FBX then?
FBX, OBJ, Collada.
And what maps does it have with it? Just a color map?
Yeah, it's just a color map. Yeah.
Can you
There's
can you
one
scan,
I think that makes
like,
normal.
And
Scan
how many polygons
items?
was that model that you had there? Like
that
approximately?
one 200K.
No, that's
but
pretty good. That's
The
actually
high res one I
good,
did
like,
was 6 mil, but it will
say,
do reduction.
How high was what was the resolution of the texture that it exported?
That I don't know. I'll have to check. The thing
That
is,
sounds
it was
pretty sweet though.
yeah, yeah. Check it. There's one that does a normal map, but it does do like polygon reduction and different things in that app as well. So there's other ones. Some of them are better than others. Some of them do different things.
Can
you
it
know.
scan?
That sounds
like,
fucking sweet.
actual, like items and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
like
Right.
could you
Is it
scan
yeah,
a shoe?
good for like close stuff?
Yeah. So
could I scan Mike's head? You know.
yeah. So what I did yesterday is
dare
I put it in this I put it in the high res mode, right? And you can
Uh-huh.
change the depth so it doesn't try and get high res of stuff that's behind it. And I had this patio stone and I was at Lowe's and I actually scanned the whole patio stone in high res. So
That is sweet.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know if I can go to scans, you might be able to see. It's really hard to do this on cam. I should have thought ahead, but I'm rotating around this patio stone that's like super high res that I got, so I can pull the
one
texture.
stone. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love designing stuff. I designed this whole office in Cinema 4D, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
I did
Looks
my
Looks
laundry room, and then I
Yeah.
just designed like the outdoor, like a big workbench that I want to do. Yeah. Yeah,
All
Billy, we do need an updated mic scan for 2021. Yeah.
So the last two things I have on here, just quick Octane announcements, is that 2020.2 RC1 is out, and X Particles announced they're doing some sort of better Octane integration coming out soon too. So.
No, okay, so they got Otoy got the newest SDK for X Particles, which means they'll be able to incorporate it a lot better in Octane, which is really good. That's exciting news.
They got it out like really quick to Otoy or whatever. There was some mention on Twitter. Anyway, let's talk about what we really want to talk about today, which is mostly crypto art.
Yeah.
There it is, son. There it
Yes.
is.
How does it feel to make like
Wait, where's the fucking? I was gonna tweet out a link to this. All I have is freaking this is what I'm gonna put. That's all I have right now. A Wookiee. YouTube.
YouTube.com/Mograph. Mograph.com/live. There's all sorts of
YouTube.com/Mograph. Do you guys have that?
Yeah, we do.
No,
That'll take
I don't know
you to
how
a
we
channel.
got it.
I don't
It was
know how
like
we
it
did
was
either.
like
What did you
it was like
get?
no one took it. And
Yeah.
so as we were like registering all the Mograph stuff, I was like,
Nice.
Mograph is available on YouTube?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
There it is.
What was I gonna say? How does it feel to make like a 1%er's salary in like an hour and a half?
Right.
Yearly salary in like
I would not say it was an hour and a half.
How
it was like a day,
30
right?
minutes.
like a day.
I mean, technically, it was in exactly like 1 hour of the like auction. That's what's weird. Such a like fucking weird space. So just to like kind of start from the beginning, like a bunch of people like bugging me about this, and I knew what Ethereum was. I had like bought some Ethereum like in 2017 and just put it in Coinbase and like never like talk shit, never really thought of it. Saw it go way up. It was like 5 times what I, paid for it. And it was like, yes, I like, within 2 months made 5 times my money, and then way down like after that crashed and like went down to like half my money. I was like, whatever, just a little bit of money. And then the last like couple months ago, somebody's like, oh, look at this NFT thing, look at this NFT thing. I looked and I didn't recognize anybody. And so it was like, oh, it looks kind of cool, but it's not really like, that's in a whole other like, space that it's not my thing. Like they're not going to be interested in like our stuff. So I went on,
what is it called?
People started contacting me about and being like, yeah, you should like look at this again. So then like 3 weeks ago, a little over 3 weeks ago, I went on it again, and it was like, wait a second, I recognize like all of these people on here. Like it's like fucking Pac and Kid Mograph and Esteban and like, a bunch of fucking people that like I know and it's like, wait a second. This is all the people here. Like, I know all these people. And, like, Pac was making just stupid amounts of money. Where it's just, like, I immediately texted him, and it was just like, dude, what the fuck is going on with this? And we texted back and forth for, like, a couple hours. Like, him, like, explaining, like, a ton of shit in, like, 3 hours, like, about, like, what's going on and what this is and, like, the different platforms. And then I just started like reaching out to like everybody. And then it was just, okay, here's the platforms. Immediately like text to the platforms, DM them and be like, can we like talk? So I like just talked to like the CEO of Super Rare and Nifty and Maker's Place and OpenSea and Somnium Space and then the like DeFi people and like other artists, other collectors in the scene, like anybody who would fucking like answer my fucking DMs. It was like, hey, can I talk to you for like a half hour?
Yeah.
So I did that for like 2 weeks straight. Actually, I barely kind of have not really stopped. This is actually the 3rd day I've fucking podcasted. But yeah, I don't know. So it's definitely a very interesting.
Well, explain to me like I'm 5, ELI 5. What is crypto art in a nutshell? Is there a good nutshell description of it yet?
Yes, definitely. It's just literally all it is a token that is basically like a certificate of authenticity. That's all it is.
Yeah, and that's the way I understood it too.
You place on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The piece is sold for, whatever money, that is what that person valued that token. And looking at it in the scope of like fine art, it's like, do you think this is going to go up or down? And it's kind of like a bet on the person in a way. That it's like, do I think this person's art is going to be worth more in the future? And at this level, it's like a monetary thing to some degree, that it's sort of like there's some level of investment to it, at least in my eyes, that it's sort of like, and I very much look at it like that. Like, okay, this person like invested money in me. Like, what can I do to like and make their investment sort of like grow and like, add value to it. So it's definitely a different mindset, and just so many of the mechanisms are so different than like what I'm used to, what we're used to, where it's just like, okay, here's X amount of money, do this for whatever, do this thing, and then you get the money. And you get half of it in the beginning, and then you get a little more, and then when we say, yes, it's good, versus this is just like me doing whatever the fuck I want.
Right.
That's like definitely the like added like cuckoo like thing of it. But yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean,
it makes sense. You're and what the thing is, it's like when we were talking a few weeks ago, before the which one was it, IBC or something like that, or was it no, it was Max. It was the Max.
Oh
yeah, Like when you were first talking about it was before the sale actually happened. We were chatting.
The
whole group of Maxon people got together and we were just chilling and talking. The way you explained it made a lot of sense because, you know, my biggest curiosity was all about, you know, like what's going to stop you from just copying that video and giving it to anyone else? It's not so much the video that's worth it, right? You know, you could go and give that video to anyone. It's the token that comes with the certificate of authenticity saying, I specifically bought that from Mr. Beeple himself.
The token is the certificate
of
authenticity. Yeah. And the blockchain, and it's backed by the blockchain in the same way that you can't copy Bitcoin. Like you can't just I just press Control-C, Control-V, and now I've got a Bitcoin that's worth, you know, $16,000.
Right.
One Bitcoin. That's the thing. And these things kind of, I think what's tough and what's hard to wrap your head around is like a lot of these things started from like nothing, and like the prices of this art has very much in the last like just couple months like very much like gone up. So it's, and that's what's attracting other people. Like, I mean, to be quite honest, that's attracting me. It was like, holy shit, they made a lot of fucking money here. So.
So, like, the biggest thing with fine art isn't, you know, so much like it's not necessarily, I don't know. It's weird with fine art because it's not like, oh, it's worth this much money because it's such a beautiful painting or blah blah blah, and it's almost always the story behind it.
So many factors.
So you know the story with Robin Williams and the Picasso from Disney, right?
I have no idea.
So when Robin Williams did Aladdin, he had a clause or something in his contract that specifically said you can't use my voice to like sell toys and blah blah blah, and Disney basically said F that, and they went ahead and did it anyway. So Robin Williams was super pissed at them and didn't end up doing the second Aladdin movie, you know, but by the third one, Disney came back and said, we're really sorry we did that. Here's a Picasso painting as a way of saying sorry. Right,
they gave him
a freaking Picasso.
Okay,
right?
Is this true or is
this is a true story? This is a totally true. No, I'm not.
Here we go.
What I
fucking Q train. He's
whatever.
There goes Crazy Matt again.
Next stop, Flat Earth Bill.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, they gave him this Picasso as a way of saying sorry and trying to entice him in order to come and do the voice for the third Aladdin movie, which he did. You know, now that Picasso was maybe worth $1 million or something when they gave it to him. But now with the story that is associated with that Picasso is worth so much more in the fine art world, right?
Yeah. Right.
And so the way I see it is the people who bought your initial ones, they're going to be worth so much more money because they were the first run, you know?
Yeah, that's part of it. And that, like, the thing you're talking about, like, I'm pretty sure, and I just looked this up, and I could be wrong, and if I say it wrong, then I will sound extra stupid, but that's called, like, prominence, and it's who owns the painting. Like, that's what matters. And it's, like, if you look back in history, like, certain Roscoe's, just because the, like, you know, certain family, I can't remember what family, like, owned that, the, like, then they became more like valuable.
Right.
So it's the people that own the paintings or whatever, like that matters a lot too.
Right.
So it's it's definitely such an interesting, like, different world because there's different dynamics between like a collector versus like a client. So it's like you're it's still kind of like economically sort of like tied together in a way. And so it's sort of like, you want to like make that person, like the value of the work you've already done, like go up. So it's kind of like a weird, like, I don't know, sort of different dynamic that you're sort of like thinking about, I guess.
It's also the same companies with like the Banksy that got cut up, you know, after auction.
Yeah. Oh, that was.
Oh, that one's worth so much more money now. You know.
How do you cut up a crypto art?
Yeah. Yeah, you need to do that. Like, find one that will destroy the coin as soon as you buy it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could write a smart contract to do that. But you could do something similar.
Yeah. You could give it away like Elon Musk does, I guess. Give away the money.
Yeah.
Close enough, right?
Yeah, what did he do? He gave away some like Bitcoin or something?
You would send him Bitcoin and then he would return a random amount back that was bigger.
Actually, Elon Musk?
Yeah. He tweeted it, so...
Yeah, but wasn't that the...
I have a feeling he was giving you back a random amount of a different coin.
Yeah, you want to talk about conspiracy theories. He's the one doing this right now. You know, I'm just telling you a fun story about Disney.
Okay, so what did you sell on? Because it wasn't super rare. What were you selling on?
So there's a couple of different platforms.
Okay.
So super rare is one that you're hearing a lot about now, because a lot of people they're kind of accepting more people, and people can post whenever they want. So that's one of the advantages of super rare is you can post anytime you like want to do something. You literally just upload a picture. You have to pay a small fee. It's called gas, and that's actually mints the token. And then you put in your description, boom, up there, done. Somebody can immediately buy it. And you can set a list price, and then it just kind of like goes for, however long until you just accept somebody's offer. And the offers can kind of keep going up. Nifty has like just drops. They just have like just set times during the week, like Monday and Thursday night. They have like a couple artists usually, and they all like sort of like make like a collection of art, and then you like bid on that stuff, and they sell out like super fast. Like usually the like collections sell out within like 5 seconds, if not like 1 second, like immediately. And so this is like a collection worth. Usually the collections are worth $30,000 to like $40,000, and it's like immediately sold out, like of like a different.
These
art.
Websites are making money hand over fist.
Yeah, so it's sort of like, well, they take 20% of that. The website
Still,
20% of that cut. And then Maker's Place is, and the advantage to Nifty is you can pay with just a credit card. With Super Rare, you have to go through and you have to connect a wallet with Ethereum, which I'm going to be honest is a pretty heavy lift.
Yeah.
It is a not insignificant thing for a person to do, to connect a wallet, which requires connecting a bank account to a coin exchange, buying Ethereum, then loading that into a wallet using a Chrome extension called MetaMask to set up a wallet and profile on Super Rare. It's a thing. Versus on Nifty, that was, part of the reason I like them is that you can do just a credit card. So literally, like my parents and my brother, they could, immediately created a profile, and they were like going to try and like, get the like one of the 100 or whatever.
Yeah. Are you able to? So here's. Can you? I don't know how to say this. Like, say you wanted to give your family one of them, right? Can you like reserve them? Or say you wanted to just create one that is associated with a coin. Can you say, all right, I'm going to create this and then I'm going to gift it to someone? Because that's a big difference between.
Yeah, like, I could create it in a number of places. I could create it through Nifty. I could have with Nifty, they like do it for you. You just give them the artwork and they like create the like coins for you. With the ones I did, we walked through it together, and like it was minted with my like wallet, so it's like all minted under my specific wallet. But they kind of do it slightly different in the way that they mint tokens. But yeah, otherwise, like on Super Rare or whatever, you can like immediately mint something, and then it's a sort of like a token that's in your wallet, and so you can go on like other places and gift it, and like it's definitely you can gift it on these platforms. You can take it off the platform. It's kind of like a little bit more, and then that's where you get into like OpenSea is kind of like a almost like a directory of all of these, but also a platform that you could sell on as well. Maker's Place is the other one that's more popular, and it's kind of like a mix between Super Rare and nifty in that they have drops, but then you can also release whenever you want, and they take credit card, so they have that advantage as well. But yeah, and then there's known origin, and then there's the fucking these are also very kind of closely tied with these metaverses as well,
right?
That are
digital land and all that
space and crypto voxels and Decentraland. These are all different sort of worlds, kind of Roblox or Minecraft type worlds. Second Life, Second Life, those type worlds, but everything in them costs real money. So it has that same permanence of I own this land, and this land is in a good spot on the map. So that's
prime real estate.
If this builds out, if this becomes if one of these things becomes the next Roblox, which they could.
Yeah.
Then that land could be insanely expensive in in the future. That definitely could happen. That's the thing where people kind of are oh, this is complete bullshit. It's well, there's a good chance it won't be like that, but there's definitely no chance it will be like that. So it's kind of it's a investment that you sort of need to look at the risk like anything else. I wouldn't remortgage my house on a piece of land in one of these 3D properties, but if you're I want to do something that's a little more speculative that has a potentially huge upside, it's definitely been going up.
Here's the interesting thing for me, because in the fine art world, after someone sells a piece of art, it's okay, that's it, I'm out. The artist is okay, I'm done.
Right.
But with this, you're still making a commission off of every sale, as long as they're keeping it within the same space, correct?
Yes, that is exactly correct. As long as they keep it on the same platform, then you will retain whatever ownership was specified in the smart contract. Usually the smart contracts, unless noted, default to 10%. So that you would get a 10% commission on any secondary sales on that platform, sort of in perpetuity.
Have you have people already been selling the ones that they've purchased?
I mean, that's what people did immediately. So the way I had the drop set up for the first thing that I did on Nifty, there was 3 different pieces. One was a bull pooping with a flag on it. One was with the election, where it would change with the election. It the final piece will change based on now that Biden won or whatever. Except what, those Dominion machines. Now I don't want to get into the whole thing. But those fucking Dominion machines owned by the radical left, and I will tell you that much. I will tell you.
You know what? It was
Fauci, Hunter Biden. And
seriously. Trump had the election stolen from him, but it was the most secure election ever under him.
God for Mr.
As well.
Giuliani.
Okay.
Right.
So
there's going to be an announcement about it later at the at the Hilton Anatole landscaping.
Right.
Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't remember. Oh yeah. So one of them was based on the election, and the other one was just kind of this golden bowl thing. And so those two were just an auction, the election thing. But then the other thing I did was I did the flag bowl one was an edition of 100 for $1.
Mm-hmm.
And so everybody buying it it's a limited edition and it's $1. Yeah. So the people, and so the same 10% thing applies. Yeah. So people immediately, and they were oh, that's going to sell out immediately. And when they said immediately, I thought they meant 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And so my parents and my brother were on we're all on the phone, 3-way call, and it's counting down on the site, and it auction starts in 5, 4, 3, and it's counting down. They're both were sitting right there. Boom, hit refresh. I'm beside immediately crashes.
Wow.
Oh,
Wonder Impression all totally fucked up. Neither of them got it. They instantly like fucking sold out. Whatever. It was just like, oh my god.
But somebody got it, and you even sent me a message. You're like, dude, somebody flipped this for.
No, so now these 100 people have it, and so people were they can immediately through the same site sell it to whoever they want. They can either set a reserve price or somebody can just make them an offer. And the other thing is they're numbered. So they're numbered 1 through 100. So somebody is 1 of 100. Yes, that's the thing. That's a very key piece of this. They're numbered. So somebody has the 1 of 100, and somebody has the 100, and somebody has the 69.
Nice.
Somebody has the 69, and somebody has the 21, which there's 21 million Bitcoin. So that's kind of like a special sort of number.
Right, gotcha.
Crypto. So there's different ones that are like more because of the number that they are. Generally, the higher numbers are worth more. So immediately people started selling these, and some people sold them for $10 immediately.
Oh,
and literally an hour later, someone sold one for $1,000. It was like 45 minutes later. Sold one for $1,000. So that kid or whoever it was got to keep 90% of that. I got 10% of it, and they got to keep 90% of the thing that they just paid $1 for.
Are you able to see like as it sells everything coming in and stuff like that?
An email and it says, "Oh, you made $100," which means they sold it for $1,000. I immediately get an email that this sold, and so I just keep getting these emails, and it sold like 5 hours later, like at like midnight. It went on sale like 7 o'clock. 5 hours later, somebody sold number 4 out of the 100 for $6,000.
Wow.
So that kid got to keep $5,400, whoever it was.
Wow.
And that's the crazy part is I didn't pay him that $5,400.
Yeah.
I paid him that $5,400. That's the other thing that's like super fucked up about it. So it's just like he put $1 up and flipped it for $5,400 5 hours later. Like he had it was just like pretty much like free money. And that's the thing. Like it's like kind of giving away free money, but it's like I'm not really giving it away. That's the other weird thing.
Who in the world is buying this stuff though?
So people, again, this is like sort of like speculation. There's a bunch of people who are sort of like, okay, do you think this is this emerging market? Like look at anything with crypto. It started at 0 and now one Bitcoin was less than 1 cent. And now it's $16,000, and it has a market cap of $300 billion. All of the Bitcoin together.
Jeez, it's
up 100% this year.
Can bots?
It's almost at like its highest ever. The highest it was ever at was around 20,000. It's at 16,000.
Yeah, I remember
that.
So
it's one of these things where it's like, this could be the next fucking baseball cards. This could be suddenly like a fucking I don't know, whatever.
Beanie Babies.
Beanie Baby.
EJ is a fucking Michael Jordan. You know what I mean?
Right.
A fucking EJ hats and pants.
EJ hats and pants.
A Jordan rookie card. There I said it.
Can bots buy these? Is that a thing?
Like, how do you prove
bots?
that?
Actually, no. I hope not. But probably they can. I don't know.
What about Format? Is Formatic one of them? That I think that's what EJ used. I was trying to find my note I had on that. Formatic. I guess that's what he's using.
Oh yeah, there is some other ones. Like there's like Foundation or something. I thought he was on Known Origin.
I think he has Known Origin.
I'll have to check. Okay, so riddle me this. I've been looking at some of these, and actually, by the way, there's show notes. I'm gonna have show notes with some links to like some other podcasts and things that talk about crypto art as well. Monday Meeting did a show on it. I have done a million lately. Yeah, so I'll put yours in the show notes and everything else. What was I gonna hit on there? And I almost lost it. NFT, blah blah blah. Oh,
I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick.
Fine, you go.
Sorry. Go ahead.
The Winklevoss twins are involved with one of them. Which one is that?
Yeah, the Winklevoss twins are definitely involved with one of them.
Yeah, the Winklevoss.
They're involved with Nifty.
Okay. All right. So Winklevoss and Winkelmann.
Yeah.
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 I feel like there's something you know that you're not telling me, but
we'll see.
Yeah.
The next drop is with Nifty. It's December 11th. December 11th.
All right.
Save your money, son.
All right. Well, I've got links to things like non-fungible tokens and all that stuff. Make sure you check that out in the show notes.
We're getting Mograph in the game.
Let's do it. I don't know how to do it. How do you make your own?
I feel like you would be really interested in like the DeFi stuff.
Have
you read anything about that?
No. What's that? Tell me more.
Read about that, like DeFi stuff. It's different. It's kind of like different ways of setting up, almost like little gambling games. They're very like there's little rules that involve like liquidity and sort of like yield farming and like different things to sort of like incentivize people to do things and sort of like give them their money for certain amounts of time. There's like staking and things like that. So it's like DeFi is sort of a blanket term for these different sort of like rules and sort of constructs that are built on Ethereum, like with these smart contracts. That like, if you do this, you'll get this. And if you buy this or give this much money, then you'll get this. And you could make a lot of money if this happens, or if people like suddenly like are interested in this, then these things can like shoot up like hundreds of percentages, like very, very fast. So it's sort of like, it's just very, very volatile, like sort of like investing, kind of almost like day trading in a way.
I feel like there's some sort of money laundering that could be going on in some of these as well. Like not with the art, but with crypto tokens.
I think it's just more speculative than most people are used to. And there is a lot of, like, to be honest, there's a lot of scammy shit where it's just like, okay, like there is some absolute scammy shit where it's kind of like, don't just open your browser and start crypto, hooking up, you know,
your
like
wallet,
whatever.
Given your
And that's the thing I like with this Nifty site is it's like that part is all kind of like, you don't need to fuck with any of that shit. You give them a credit card, you buy this thing, you own this thing on this site, like that's it. And I think as these things, you know, for them to become more popular for like the average person, the whole like crypto side, like that needs to be like shielded, and like that's what people are trying to do. So it's not like, it's like you don't know how a fucking credit card works. Nobody thinks about it or gives a fuck. It like comes out of your bank account, works, whatever. I don't know. Who cares? Yeah. PayPal, Venmo, you don't know how the fuck they work. You don't give a shit. Like that's what it's gonna need to come to like for people, for them to like just feel comfortable with it and it be more of like a popular thing, like you know.
I think it needs to be more easily accessible.
Yeah, just right. Accessible and like not fucking weird and like complicated. Like it just needs to be just simple.
So here's something I was just thinking about. It's like with you doing this, like you could, it's not just like, oh yeah, I can make a ton of money or whatever, but it's also, it could be very helpful for like other things. Like say for example, say like your cousin comes to you and says, oh, I'm broke, I need some money, right? And you're like, all right, I'm going to create this piece of crypto art. I'm going to make a coin with it. I'm going to gift it to you for $1. You turn around and you sell it.
Investment, but yes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
you know, give them the money.
Or you can sell. Yeah, but or like, for example, it's like, okay, I want to do like a charitable auction. So I'm going to auction off one of mine. Yeah. You know, all the money that I make off of this is going to charity. Then that's a tax write-off for you as well.
People have done that. Yeah. Yeah. People have done that.
Okay. What about
charity stuff?
It's
definitely like there's a ton of different, and the thing that's to me is fun about it is there's a ton of different ways to kind of like slice this stuff. And it's almost like you sort of like there's different ways to kind of like create the like rules, and then you kind of just sort of like roll the dice in terms of like, oh well, what's gonna happen from this? I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I thought those 1 of 100, I thought that would sell. First off, you have 5 minutes to get it, and then I thought they would sell for like $100 maybe, like at most.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, like there's like a lot of like randomness to it. So I think that to me makes it like also kind of like a fun sort of like, you know, exciting sort of way to like work.
Yeah, totally.
Do you think it'll get watered down, like if just everybody jumps on board?
Yeah.
How is that going to affect it in general? How is it going to affect the prices?
I'm not 100% sure how it's going to affect it, but I will say it will like drive the price of everything down for sure.
Yeah.
Everything will come down as there's just, unless more demand comes.
Yeah.
But
there's still going to be those.
Look at this and think like, I want to be like a part of this. I want to like, you know, invest in this, and I see value in this, and I think it could be something like in the future. If more people come and decide that that's what it is. So it's sort of like, how many new fans are each one of these people who are coming with, you know, coming over from Instagram or coming over from the regular art world? Are they bringing enough new people into the space to like kind of like justify it? If they're not, then it will just like, it's more supply and not more demand. And then it'll just kind of like, it will drive the prices on everything down.
You're still going to have the outliers. You're still going to have the big name. You're still going to have those big names in there, even if it's watered down, though.
It will, everybody will go down sort of like proportionally, I believe. If it's sort of like, if there's way more stuff, everybody will kind of like, you know, proportional. And I think it will be one of these things where there's so many options for so many different like unique things you can do in this space. I think the people who are just sort of like, you know, grabbing existing work and putting it into the space without any sort of like added value or added sort of like thought. I think that will, because it's such a low bar, everybody can do that very quickly. Yeah. I think that stuff will like, you know, there will be a lot of that in the market very quickly. I think. So I think people who are doing different, I think it will in the end be sort of like the other platforms that are more mature now, where people who are doing interesting sort of like forward thinking things in this space will be more popular, and the people who are like not doing that, then they won't be more popular. Just like any other like ArtStation, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Parlor. I know you guys like Parlor.
Oh yeah. My favorite.
You fucking, you goddamn mega fucking hat wearing. Yeah, turn it around, Matt. Turn it around. Let's see what the other side of that hat says. Yeah. Fucking your feelings. Yeah, I'll bet it is.
Make Cinema 4D great again.
Yeah.
Yeah. You goddamn mega hat son of a bitch.
Cinema 4D was always great though. What about...
So here's what's interesting. Like we were just talking about, like, you know, saturation in the market and stuff like that, and it's like, what are you doing?
Make me spit this out all over my keyboard.
No, so saturation in the market, and it's like, it also, you know, it's like there's a ton of people just putting out work. Like this is what they do, you know. They sell their artwork and stuff, you know. There's not a question yet. I'm getting to the question.
Okay.
Right. What I'm saying is, like, you also, as an artist, as Mr. Beepleman, need to be like aware of how much work you're putting out there and how much work you're selling, because it will degrade the value of all your other work. Right, so if you say like, oh, I'm just going to do this one for this year, and then I'm going to wait like a year and a half and produce more, it's like, that's going to cause the value to go a whole lot more, you know?
Yeah.
100%. And that's to me what's very interesting about it, because you need to be very sort of like specific and like thoughtful about how you're releasing things.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you start releasing too much, like then it's sort of like it drives the value of everything down. So it's very, it's this fucking weird calculus. And the way that like Super Rare works is, you post a piece of artwork and people are bidding, and they can withdraw their bid too. So somebody could bid like, oh, I bid like, you know, 10 ETH, whatever, which would be $4,000 for this thing that you just literally pulled off of like Instagram or whatever and like put on this site. Like, no extra work. Somebody's just going to give you $4,000, like, you know, within maybe a day or whatever. It's definitely, you know, tempting to just like fucking go ape shit on that. But it's really like very simply, like will be diminishing returns.
Right.
Like if you put a bunch of stuff out, you will be able to just see it like.
Yeah.
As people are just like, okay, and it matters the time too. It matters like how quickly you're doing this. If you just like, they realize like, oh, you're just gonna like mint something every like freaking day, then it's sort of like, okay, well, I can see, 3 weeks out, you might have minted 30 of these. The fact that I have this one that's now one of 30 that you're just minting something every single day.
Right.
And it's just a variation of the same thing. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, some of the quality of some of the things, it just looks like people are just throwing geometry in a scene and saying,
it's literally nothing to do with quality. That's the thing. Yeah. Like that's what's interesting about this too. Like literally, like there's an element of this, or a big piece of it, which has literally nothing to do with quality. Like the quality is whatever, it's completely subjective. But it's sort of like literally just the monetary amount of work you put out. Like, affects the valuation of it. Literally, quality aside, whatever. Like this applies to everybody. Anybody from the worst person to the best person, if they put out more things, each individual one of those things will be valued less than if they put out one thing. And there's a million different ways to like slice that, and that's what you have to sort of like decide as you're like picking a platform, picking this or that, picking how much to put out on these platforms.
I told EJ he should do a version of the banana duct tape to the wall, but with like EJ eyeballs on it.
Yeah.
I feel like he's got a lot of the pug stuff. I feel like he could do like, he's into those things where the like pugs are like jacking off and
I like your hesitation. Like, should I say that?
Should I say this?
Yes, I should definitely say this. There is no bleep button. Oh my gosh.
That's EJ. That's their boy EJ for you. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Tell us about the ones. Did you sell 3 of them for $66,666?
No, it's 2 of them.
2 of them. Okay.
So there's 2 of the 2 auction pieces.
Have you already moved all that money into your bank account?
That's my next question.
Put it into dollar bills. And
Hold on. Yeah, that'll be the next question. But yeah, tell us about that sale.
So this.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, the 2 auction pieces. So it's a 24-hour auction. And they do, I mean, that's the other thing. You can set these auctions for however long you want. So there's so many different ways to like slice this. That to me is what makes it like super interesting and fun, because all those things affected in like different ways. So it was a 24-hour auction, and like and in the end, if there's like the bid has to stand for like 5 minutes. So if somebody comes in with a new bid, then it resets the timer to 5 minutes. So it kept getting like reset over the course of like 45 minutes. And both of them ended up going for $66,000 each, and to the same guy. Yeah. So this guy is a guy who's starting like a museum, or has started this museum of crypto art in like this Somnium space. And he's like buying a bunch of pieces and like trying to like, I'm going to try and be the like Museum of Modern Art of like crypto art. Yeah. So I had like talked to him before this, and like I knew him, and I like talked to him that day, and like kind of like, he was sort of like, we had like a talk, like, okay, this is kind of like, potentially going to be a lot of money, not knowing how much it would be. And just kind of like, okay, like, let's, sort of like, like just seeing our vision for this like space and like future and stuff like that. So it was definitely like, such an interesting sort of like crazy back and forth, and then it'd be down to like 45 seconds, another one would come in like 4 seconds more. It's like keeps going. It's like, wow.
So wait, it's up for 24 hours, you said?
No, 5.
So it's up for 24 hours, but then all the real bidding just happens at the end. Like it's sad.
Oh, gotcha.
10,000 for like almost the entire time, and then the last like 5 minutes, then it went from 10,000.
Okay, so it has to within once the 24 hour. It's not once the 24 hours is up. It's that it has to stay for 5 minutes.
It has to stay for 5 minutes after the 24 hours, so it kept getting extended as like, they were going back and forth. and like we're like sitting there watching it, hitting refresh, and it's like, fuck.
I was talking about the like the museum type thing. This was something that I brought up as well. I was talking to all of them about this. You know, do they have permission to then? So say I bought a piece of artwork from you, you know, the crypto coin or whatever.
You will on
and I you know, wanted to what'd you say?
You will on December. No, Grayscale Gorilla in the chat already said that they're going to get it. So.
No, just gift one to me. I don't have something. Yeah. So anyway, so say I buy one, right? I buy one, and then I like a museum comes to me and says, we want to show off this artwork that you have, or, you know, I'm a museum curator or something. Do they have permission to show it, you know, 100%. And stuff like that?
Yeah.
And are they able?
Because you're the person who owns it. So you could be
so
like,
they are then like,
or the file's kind of like out there.
So for example, like say I own a shop, and you do like one piece of art, you know, and you sell it 1 out of 1. That person buys it for $100,000.
Yeah.
Puts it on display in their place, and say like you created this this like, you know, whatever, this aura around it where no one gets to see it, right? You just buy it. So this person buys it for $100,000, and then they charge people money in order to come and see it in real life.
Yes, you could. See, I don't know that you could do that.
Why not?
Because
if they own the artwork, you know, like,
because here's the thing with I'm not sure you could do that. I'm not going to say 100% you couldn't do that, but I think it might be hard to do that, because the whole thing with the blockchain is it's like, here's this record of something that everybody agrees on. It's a 100% public. The blockchain itself is literally just a ledger of transactions. This person did this to this. This did this for this. This did this to this. That's all it is. And so I don't think you could, like, by pure nature of the blockchain, I think everything would be public. So I think it would be hard to mint something, I guess, unless you minted it on like a secret wallet, maybe. Even then, I don't know.
So
because they have like, that's what OpenSea does. It crawls the blockchain just like a web crawler, and it finds all of these like NFT transactions, and then it just pulls in the like metadata from it. So I feel like you would have to get around these crawlers trying to find your like.
Okay, so NFT. What's going to? Okay, so say you don't do that, but you create a 1 out of 1, you know, and someone is putting it up in their museum, you know, for people to come and look at. Yeah. You know, is that perfectly like so?
Yeah, what you could do is be like, okay, me as an artist, if I did something like that, I could be like, okay, anybody else showing this, you do not have permission to show that. Just these people have permission to show that. Okay. And it's one of these things where it's like, could you completely stop them? No, but you couldn't completely stop somebody from showing a copy of like a fucking Banksy and being like, this is a Banksy.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, they're going to do that. But like, if my name as a person being like, that's bullshit means anything, like, and that's the thing. The people who are like very valued in the like art world, their name, like if Banksy's like, yeah, that's not mine, then that means like a fucking shitload versus like, yeah. So if your name means like a lot, then you kind of are almost sort of like assigning value in a way, or kind of like, or not assigning value. I guess it's, I don't know, it's complicated, but you know what I mean? Like, it's sort of like nothing's going to stop people 100%. Just like they could do things, but the reason they don't do them in the art world, just like they won't do them in this, is like, it's not going to get you anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can lie about this thing, but unless you can promote that lie, then the person who you're lying about has more promotion. That's why it's like people like, you know.
So what's going to be worth more one day? This crypto art that you sold, or that personal drawing over one of your, you know, prints that you made and gave to me and signed it personally? Is that one going to be worth more? I really need you to say yes, because I'm going to sell it one day.
No, yours is not going to be.
That's my retirement plan.
I can tell you why yours is not going to be worth more, because I gave out a bunch at that conference.
Yes, but mine, on the other hand, is personalized from you with pictures of like wieners and stuff like that.
There's lots of wieners.
Like it is very specific to you. It is your style.
We'll see. Yeah. Dude, here's the thing. Put it up. Put it up for sale, dude. I don't care.
Yeah, that's a good idea,
dude.
man.
I would
all right.
You to put it up for sale. Put it up for sale. I would be amazed.
Will you give me a certificate of authenticity?
I actually will absolutely give you.
Okay.
All right. I will absolutely print you out a certificate of authenticity. Your thing. And but no, here's the thing. I'm only gonna do this if you actually put it up for sale, which you could do. Because so here's the other thing. Yeah. There's another place where you can put it up. There's actually the fourth place. This is kind of, no offense to them, but they're a little bit the others. And this is called Rareable. And on Rareable, anything goes. Rareable is, that's where anybody can make an NFT of anything they want. And boy, do they. Boy, does they. So you could definitely put it on Rareable. Rareable is a little more on the not suited for work if we're watching this from the confines, the man. If we're sitting in the man's living room.
Yeah, don't go to your don't open that up in your web browser. He's trying to open it up.
Not bad, but it's just like anybody can post anything. So he could definitely just like immediately sort of make a thing with this.
And you're trying to tell me that this here with drawn genitals on there, and it says "weird alien double dick" in your handwriting, and on the back it's signed.
Dude, yeah. That's gonna be worth something there.
I'm telling you. When I saw him drawing this, I was like, I'm gonna take this one.
Of authenticity. I will make you a certificate.
But this is it right here, right? This conversation. This is a good certificate of authenticity. Saying you drew that.
See, that's the thing. So here's the thing. You could make this part of the NFT. You could literally take this video and you could make like a 1 minute like fucking explainer video about this like fucking piece of paper. Yeah. And like that could be the NFT. Like explaining, here's this fucking situation that happened. I'm at this freaking dumbass at this thing, and he fucking drew wieners on a fucking Kinko's copy of his fucking.
Oh man!
See, this is my new pool fund. I'm gonna buy a pool with my $66,000, $666 that I make off of this actual piece of art.
I would be surprised if that went for that, but
what if you took a picture of it?
I will definitely try. I would love to see you get it.
Yeah.
Now, what about the money?
Rareable though. Wait, no. I want to make clear. I'm only going to do this if you promise you're going to put it on Rareable. You can't put it on any of the other ones. They will.
Oh yeah, because of the wiener.
Well, it's a wiener, and that's more of a Rareable thing. Rareable is just kind of like, or like OpenSea. You could do it on OpenSea too. Do it on OpenSea.
Okay. All right, I'll do it on one of these.
But that's the thing. This is not nothing to figure out how to do that. So you're kind of committing to some work here. So are you prepared to do that?
Sure. We'll see. Okay. Maybe I'll hold it for a little bit longer.
Certificate.
I'll hold it for a little bit longer. So now that we've had the podcast, everyone knows that it's out there. It is out there.
No,
you know.
You're not, okay, Matt, you got to do a tutorial about how to go through the process.
Okay.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea. Okay, you're gonna have it within 2 weeks. Freaking done. Good.
All right.
Now Matt's gonna need to know this part, which is really important. Which is when you make the money. Then what do you do with it? Because it's not in dollary dues. Well,
don't you have to convert it from Coinbase or over?
That's my question.
You can sell your Ethereum, right?
So here's the thing. So it depends on the platform again. So on Super Rare, so here's what you need to do to create an account on Super Rare. First, you have to be accepted onto Super Rare, which is not that easy right now, to be quite honest, because there's a huge influx. And like with things like that, don't get mad at those guys. Like they're trying to like let in as many people like as they can, and like still honestly kind of like keep it cool without just like a huge like influx.
And not watering it down.
And you can't take this like any sort of like rejection or shit like that personal, because it's sort of like it fucking is what it is. Like just keep working, like be patient.
Yeah.
So Super Rare, to get on Super Rare, you have to have an Ethereum wallet. Mm-hmm. You have to have a wallet loaded with Ethereum. So you have to basically go to a place like Coinbase, which is an exchange, where you're basically hooking up a bank account to another company where you can move money from your bank account to buy Ethereum. And so you buy it at whatever the price it is right then, and the price is going up and down. Mm-hmm. And so right now the price of Ethereum is about, last I checked, $450, something like that, $460. So for one Ethereum, it's $460 US, and you can buy as much as you want, change as much money. So then all of the things on like Super Rare are in Ethereum. So you say I bid 5 Ethereum. So 5 Ethereum is 5 times $460. And that's what the like piece will go for. Like everything is done dealing in Ethereum. But on like Nifty, it's all just cash. You just put in your credit card. You don't have to buy Ethereum. You don't have to hook up any of that shit. Literally just put in your credit card. And then when you're done, you're just like, mail me a fucking check for whatever. If you want to just cash out your like thing. Or you could just hook up a bank account. Like say you suddenly made like, you know, $20,000 or something. You could just hook up a bank account, pull it out, it's just cash. Yeah. So there's no crypto to it at all. Like I'm just literally paid in cash, and everybody who interacted with the site was just interacting with their credit card, 100% cash, no crypto at all. So the only thing is the token itself is crypto, but it's just a thing on the site. And it's sort of like if you wanted to take it off the site, which you could, but unless you really understand crypto and have a very specific reason to do that, there's really no reason to like take it off of this site. Yeah. Because on this site, you can just immediately sell it. You could give it to somebody. Like you can do, you know, whatever you would want to do with this thing.
So that obviously...
I just opened up my Coinbase account on my phone. I didn't realize my money's doubled.
There you go.
Nice.
All right. Yep, I got $162 in Bitcoin.
There it is.
Yeah, because that was going to be my question too, is so if you don't have it in regular money, if you do have it in crypto...
Yep, then you just do the opposite thing of how you got it in is how you get it out. So like, okay, say you're on Super Rare and you say you're not looking to buy something. Say you're just looking to make something and sell it. And so you get accepted to Super Rare, you go on their site and say you want to mint something, and you can do this whenever you want. And you just click mint and you point to an image, and you'll already have had your like wallet set up, which is, again, there's some work there. And then the Ethereum will come into your wallet when somebody like accepts the bid or whatever, or you accept their bid. Say they bid 5 Ethereum. So now you've got 5 ETH in your wallet. And so you can connect your wallet. Again, it's connected to Coinbase probably. So then you can immediately take your ETH whenever you want and just convert it to US dollars, like immediately. So if it's at a good price, and it goes up and down, it doesn't go up and down super wildly though. So it like each day it's going up and down maybe 1 to 5%, which over time can add up to like a lot. Yeah. Like again, this year it's up over 100%. Mm-hmm. But again, it's sort of like you can immediately just move your money like right away straight into cash.
Yeah.
And it's like it's free too, because that's
did you do that, or did you keep it? Did you keep it in there, or did you immediately move it over to cash?
Yours wasn't in that.
Mine was immediately in cash. Mine's in like $6. Okay. You just owe me money because mine was on Nifty. So it's literally just like on the, I haven't cashed it at the site, but it's literally just with the company. Like that company owes me that money now. Like I just have like an account with them, and I could buy stuff on the site if I wanted to like bid on other pieces or whatever.
That's cool.
But my question
are you bidding on any pieces?
Oh yeah.
Are you bidding on any pieces? Are there any artists out there that you're like, I want that crypto?
There are ones that I think, there are people that I think have not entered the space that I think, there are some, I don't know. I think, to be honest, I'm so focused on the things that I'm like working to like get out there that I'm not really, and to be also honest, like I don't, like if you looked around my if you look around my like room here, there's literally like no artwork. Like
oh, that's funny.
are like 100%. Like that is a bare wall.
We do have
and like
lamps,
behind me
though.
right here, there's like a giant wall that's 100% bare. Like I just don't. That's just not my like. I just don't have like a collecting sort of like mindset.
Yeah,
I
do. And so it's not.
I do.
I think it's like. That's what's interesting to me too. Even not having a collecting mindset, like some of the things are just mathematically like if you release something and it sort of like like some of these drops, like almost any of them that sell out immediately, you could almost immediately like flip that thing for I don't know maybe 50% more or maybe 100% more.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's very like just taking out the like collecting anything. There's certain like economics to it, which are very interesting, which are just like forced by like supply and demand, of these things. And there's all different ways to do it. That that Slime Sunday. Slime Sunday. He's a dude on Instagram. He did like a drop with this loud dude, a DJ guy, and they did like an edition. It was an adult open edition for 99 seconds. So it's however many sell in like 99 seconds. So
that's cool.
There's so many different interesting ways to sort of like slice these things.
And I feel like you've learned so much about this. You've had like a crash course in it, but you also had a background in Bitcoin, cryptocurrency.
Well, that's the thing. I have
right?
a background in computers. I have a computer science degree. I feel like that has actually helped a lot because I actually like spent a long time trying to understand how the smart contracts actually work. And like when we minted that token, like, it's like going through the code and like, I could see like, and I didn't write this code at all. Like I can't write a smart contract. I don't understand that like technically at that level to like write it, but I understand the like concept of the token and what's on block and what's not on block. Like, a thing that I found interesting with this in the beginning is that these like your image, like these videos, like those videos that guy bought, that's not actually on the blockchain. It's just pointing to a file that is like off the blockchain, because when you put something on the blockchain, it costs like a ton of money per space. So like storing an entire video on the blockchain would be like millions of dollars or something like
interesting.
That. Like, it's insane amount. So people make little like pixel art, and even that is like, each individual character could be like $10 or something to like get this like mined. And that's the like gas is basically, again, my understanding of this is like what you're sort of paying to the miners to like mine this shit to like add it to the like blockchain.
Interesting.
I want to do one that's 1920 by 1080, but you have to pay for each individual pixel.
1920 by what?
Yeah, it's gonna be. You have to like all the pixels.
You
have to
could
buy each pixel.
You could do that. You could be like, here's the image. I'm gonna split it. Then there's actually that's interesting. Yeah. An interesting thing, because there's also you can split a token into shards. So you can actually, you
sharded your token?
I think I took one of those. Yeah. Insert joke.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. You got these fucking ring a goddamn bell. No, you can break a fucking token and shard the token, and then like you could split it into, and like there's crazy dynamics around that too. Because I was talking to some people, and they're saying somebody took a like $600 token that somebody had just paid $600 for, sharded it, and immediately sold those shards, split it into like 1,000 shards, and immediately sold all those shards. And when they sold all the shards, it was worth like $10,000.
Yeah, but like, like
people just pay more.
Wait. So
and the shards are numbered too.
Oh my gosh.
Actually,
okay.
I shouldn't say say that. I think the shards are numbered. I'm not actually 100% positive.
So that makes it even more confusing when you're associating that with an actual like tangible whatever, like a video or something. Because if you're cutting up that specific,
think of it like the Mona Lisa. Like if you could fractionally own like 5% of the Mona Lisa. Like think if you could invest in the Mona Lisa. Like forget what the thing is.
Right.
Yeah.
Think about something more valuable than like a fucking.
Okay, so you're saying okay. I get it.
Okay.
So as the coin, the coin when you first buy it, that's saying I own 100% of this. Then you shart that out.
Token, but yes.
Yeah, then you shart that out, and you can shart it into like 10 pieces. But then you're saying you own 10% of this coin or 10% of this video.
If you bought, so you
and
can
then
split it into
they
can
shart that out as well. And then it's like, okay, you own 1% of 10% of whatever.
What?
Okay.
What? Okay, say that again.
No. I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, you're talking about it like in a tangible sense with like the Mona Lisa or whatever. So say one person buys the Mona Lisa, right? Yeah. And then a company comes along who is equal parts 25. There's 4 people who own this company, and the company buys the Mona Lisa, which means technically the 4 people who own that company now own 25% each of the Mona Lisa. That's like sharding out a coin, right?
Okay.
Kind of.
Yeah. It's similar. Yeah. It's basically like a token. You can just split it into different like pieces. Yeah. So there's ownership of one thing. So if that token represented the Mona Lisa, then yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
It's just taking and like owning. So you could say
that makes more sense than saying, I only own this part of the video or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Anything. It's basically no. Don't think about it like think of it completely like as something that could be anything. You could own. It's just like a sort of like an accounting thing. It's not physically a piece of the piece. It's just I own 1/100th or 1,000th of this token of this JPEG.
So if you're looking at it as a collector, where it's like, okay, so this was split up. Okay, so say for example, right?
Yep.
You've got like coin collectors who want to collect an entire series of certain coins, right? Yep. So now you've bought a crypto, you've bought one shart of a crypto, of a coin or whatever.
Got me on that one, you son of a bitch. You go straight to hell. You fucking...
No. Say it was like it was sharded into 50% and 50%, and you bought one of those 50%, right?
Yeah.
But then that person who bought the other 50% sharded it into like
I don't know that I'm
pieces.
not sure they'd be able to do that. I'm not sure they can do that.
You don't think so?
Okay.
I don't know. It depends on how the smart contract is written. I don't.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
I'm just saying, like, if it was written that specific way, then you've got other collectors. That one collector who owns the 50%, who wants to own 100%. They now have to go to every single person, every single little shart, and try to get it.
Then I don't know. Yeah, it's possible. Like I would say it's probably not impossible. Like weird shit like that is possible because
you could become a shart collector.
It's that's the crazy thing about Ethereum and this stuff is it's whatever you program. It's like if those are the rules you want to program, then you fucking write the smart contract that way, and that's what it is. And that's how these crazy DeFi things, there's crazy like meme coin things that literally like within months have shot up in value, and like the value of all the coins together is like $5 million.
Right.
Just like over these like weird like meme things that just like crazy, just like light on fire. So it's very interesting to see how these things can go just like bananas like overnight. But
so now's the time to sell my physical art piece, while you're at the top of your game.
Wow. Okay. Well,
now, right?
There, bro, while you're at the top of your game.
Yeah.
From here now.
Come on, man. He's just getting started.
Now I'm not giving you that certificate. Turn the hat around, you fucking mega freak crowd.
Oh, man.
I want to sell one though. I want to sell one per pixel.
What's up?
I want to sell 2 million pixels that make up one piece of art.
Yeah.
That's what I want
to do. That,
but you're selling the RGB value of that specific pixel.
Didn't that guy kind of already do that with that website where he like sold like one? I mean, you could do
That's what Travis said in the
pixel
chat.
for $1, I think.
Yeah.
You could. I feel like there is like a lot of stuff like that where I feel like people haven't necessarily done it because the space is so new. Like this whole thing the whole thing started like one of the very first popular NFTs was crypto kitties, which are these like fucking like, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, okay. They're like fucking like, you know, cyber pet, whatever. I don't know.
Oh.
Tamagotchi.
Okay.
Fucking things that are like cats, and like one of them sold for like, you know, this is way back like 2017. One of them sold for like 100,000 or something like that.
It's crazy.
Because that cat had like special breathing powers, so like fucking So people can make like crazy games with this stuff too. Like talk to a few like artists who are like, you know, working on like crazy games where it's like you buy this token for like, you know, $5 and it can like interact with this different thing and like some just like super, super interesting, cool things.
It just makes me feel old. Chad Ashley says, just got here and we're talking about sharding. Not even shocked.
Not even.
Chad, you son of a biscuit.
Oh, what about the taxes? The finger thing means the taxes.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, like for me, it's all 100% like in cash. So I'm assuming I'm just gonna pay like any other income on this.
See, that's why
maybe it's slightly different because it's like the sale of an art piece, but I don't know. It's a different fucking checkbox and TurboTax, whatever.
Right. But
see,
the people who have it in Ethereum.
That's why you need to create the one extra one that goes specifically just to pay the taxes, right?
Well, devalues the first one.
Not real. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But you say I'm selling 3, 2 of them are going to me, one of them's going to pay the taxes.
It's always a give and take.
Yeah.
But it's Ethereum, you don't have to report it, right? I mean,
I don't know how that works with Ethereum. I think it's probably similar to any other tax or any other asset that you're holding. It's like maybe you pay on the advantages that you know, you would accrue that year. I don't know. I would assume it would be like similar to a cash account with like a long-term or maybe short-term, like, you know, regular.
I'm curious if it's similar. So like, you know, there's these, I don't know, I saw this in like CSI or something like that, where there's these areas, you know, like these shipping areas that hold really fine art that just are collected, you know, so that the people who bought them don't have to pay taxes on them. I'm curious if there's something similar to where as long as it's staying in Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever, you don't have to pay the taxes on it until you cash it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It might be. Yeah, it might be. I would assume. I mean, that's the thing. So say you buy an art piece and it's, you know, $20,000, $30,000, whatever.
Yeah.
I would assume, like, as long as you don't sell it, I don't think they're going to come and appraise it and tax you on it each year. Like, that's not going to happen. It's just like anything else where it just, when you sell it, say you went and sold it for, you know, a fucking $1 million, then you better believe you and Uncle Sam settle up.
Yeah.
And you gonna come collect that fucking thing that's been sitting in your fucking basement for the last 20 years.
Right.
Getting stankier. Getting danker. So it fucking comes out as a fucking dank meme.
Go
ahead.
Is there any other crypto stuff? Because I got a couple questions about other things besides crypto I wanted to ask you about real quick. Any other crypto stuff to cover?
So, no, I think we are.
All right. I wanted to ask you about and you've been on at least a few times at this point. We've talked dailies to death, so I don't want to get too far into that.
Yeah.
There's the politics and all of that stuff, which we love to talk or whatever. But well, I really want to talk about something serious for a second, which is the Shrek death band.
Oh gosh, this was so cool. And what's sad about this is the one thing that I don't love about Instagram stories is that it's so hard to go back to them and find them again.
Yeah.
Like, we were lucky enough to get that really, really good deep fake of you on Miley Cyrus's body screen recorded before it went away.
Yeah.
So we're very happy that we have that.
But that's the thing that is great about stories too. I think stories are fucking great because it allows me to say this dumb shit where it's like, okay, I definitely am not vouching for this forever. This is dumb as shit.
It's almost like if you're not on there like reading your stories all the time, you know, you're gonna miss out on some of the memeability of, you know, some of these art pieces.
Yeah, but I kind of like that because a lot of this stuff is very stupid.
like for example, the Shrek heavy metal band, you know, for those who don't know, who didn't see the story, you created the one of Shrek basically naked, you know, like laying out in front of all the you know, Farquaad's people or whatever, you know. And then someone contacted you. Have you been in contact since you created the second piece for them? And are they actually using that for their band cover?
No. So what happened is I created that Shrek piece of like a naked Shrek, and then this guy, and I usually kind of like sometimes I don't look at the comments that much, but I do look through DMs a lot more.
Right.
Just because sometimes it'll be like, okay, wow, that's like a fucking like celebrity or somebody trying to like DM me like just direct. You know, that it's sort of like
Mike
Myers
because it's such an easy like, you.
What's up?
I said Mike Myers is DMing.
No. Anyway, so it's
get out of my swamp.
So he's like, can I use this like death metal, or I'm in a Shrek themed death metal band. Can I use this for artwork? And so she's like, oh dude, I'm going to make you artwork tomorrow. So then
that was awesome.
I made artwork for it and like sent it to him and like sent it to just anybody could use it or whatever. Yeah, I think it's just fun to like, you know, to me, I feel like having a parameter like that, it was like, okay, this is exactly what I'm going to do. And so it's like, you know, look up other death, like how, like, you know.
Yeah, Dave, can you bring those up at all?
Like, totally changed how it was like, look, like I lit it totally different. Or it's like, oh, this is how they kind of like light things a lot.
You want me to, to bring up the still, let's see.
Here.
Let's see if I can, is this it right here?
Oh, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. Dude, who did this and how did they do it? Because this is pretty good.
It is so good.
Well, fucking that Eddie.
Eddie
Alcazar did it. I think it's called like Face Swap or something.
Yeah.
You literally just like take a like photo of me, pick one of their videos, hit thing, and literally I think it's like maybe 10-15 seconds, if not less. And
so
if I could.
Funny.
It's crazy. They've got hundreds of clips. Yeah, that Addy.
Oh man. Yeah, I'll see if I can bring up that one. When was that? When did you do that one?
It was just like a week or two ago, right? Or a couple weeks ago.
What?
The Shrek one.
Oh yeah, it was a couple weeks, maybe like.
Was it Swamp Ass? No, that's a different one.
Yeah. That's a different swamp one.
No, this one here, this is swamp. This is a different Shrek one.
Oh yeah, no, it was. I think it was later than that.
No, okay, let's see. Got lots of Trumps and
It's
Bidens.
not everything on your Instagram.
No, not everything. Most things.
It's weird. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's.
I just forget sometimes.
What day is this?
What date is it? Year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord.
October 19th.
October 19th, Year of our Lord.
And then October 20th as well.
Okay, so this is the first one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And did you? Is that model on Turbo Squid?
Yeah.
No, I believe that was Daz.
I was gonna say it's probably Daz. Okay.
That's Daz, and then I changed out the like head. The head is from Turbo Squid though, probably.
Well, and this is the album cover right here.
And then this is the like but the like red in the back, like I did not have it initially like that, and then I started like looking up like I just Google fucking heavy metal album art, and it's like, oh yeah, they often have it like super red in the back like that.
Yeah.
His fucking legs are too long there. The fucking like legs are way too long.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, look
That's
at that.
funny.
It's like fucking.
You don't know. That's a different Shrek. You know, it's a
Yeah,
different. It's a different
definitely-
ogre.
I don't know. It's just fun to like fucking do something that's, you know, and it's that's, you know, when people sort of obviously I think have, you know, some legitimate criticisms of everydays. To me, that's the best case thing where it's just dumb thing.
Yeah.
Trying it out
Yeah.
one day. It is what it fucking is, and like, and also just not taking this shit so serious and like every fucking post has to be the fucking Mona Lisa.
Right.
This is fucking like that is another point. I like when I do dumb shit like that is to like help. Let's all take the conversation down a notch and like just have fucking fun, and like it doesn't need to be the goddamn Mona Lisa. It could be something very fucking stupid.
And see, what's funny about that? It's the story behind it. It goes back to the whole, you know, Picasso Disney thing. You know, the story behind the story behind, you know, that piece of art is really funny, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's why I like the like Instagram stories and that, because it just like I feel like it allows some like interaction with like people can go on these like random weird tangents of like, I mean, that's how the like Hot Pockets thing started. Is just like,
oh my gosh, the freaking Hot Pockets
story that got out of control.
Is there a like a Hot Pockets or like a David Brodeur face that you have hidden somewhere that no one has noticed?
Oh yeah.
Or that you're like
noticed. Like I'm pretty sure last night the fucking thing had a Hot Pockets logo. Yeah, it does. The picture from like literally last night is a Hot Pockets logo on it.
Well, Matt and I used to hide Patrick from SpongeBob in a bunch of the commercial spots we used to do.
I'm pretty sure there is a there is. There's an Instagram story. There's an Instagram story that explains a highlight. That explains the Hot Pockets thing. It's like that, like 3 days of like the Hot Pockets saga.
Did Hot Pockets ever like contact you?
They don't give a shit.
Oh man, see, that's such a waste. Like like I don't know.
Man.
Who?
Oh, it's just like it's like
actually
that's free advertising right there.
I would do something to them for free. That's the thing. I would do it for free. I don't even give a shit. I would do it for free just to be like I did it.
I hope they're watching.
It would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Hot Pockets was waiting for. That's what they were waiting for.
Yeah, I couldn't find any picture, and so on my desktop, that's what I had a picture of. So I just put that.
That's awesome.
Oh man,
there's a Hot Pocket in there in that Wookiee somewhere.
There it is.
Somewhere. I love, and I've talked to a bunch of friends, and I was actually talking to my girlfriend about this the other day. And in fact, Julie actually wrote, I think, a comment on something at one point of yours saying, you know, he doesn't read any of these comments, right?
Yeah.
Because you will post something and 5 minutes later, there's like 64,000 comments of people talking about politics. And I mean, you don't read any of that, right?
Yeah, no, I do not want to like, I mean, there's a lot of like fucking crazy shit. I'm sure that it's like, okay, I'm not, that's you guys to hash it out. I'll let you guys take it from here. You guys continue the fucking Joe Biden erection conversation. You know, I started it, and I feel like I'm gonna hand that torch off to you guys.
There's a fire.
You guys will be good without me. I don't even think you need me. You got the fucking dick to talk about. Well, you can look at it for a long time and think about it and go like a whole fucking.
It's so funny because like. We were chatting in our in the me, EJ, Dave, David, like our friends conversation like that we have constantly going, and when the election came up and we were just like, dude, we're really excited to see what Beeple does on this.
Yeah, I saw some people and then I was like, now I feel this fucking pressure that I gotta fucking like do something. Fuckers.
You just make you make a.
Shotgun Pappy was talking about the vegan comments. There's all these vegan comments. Did somebody get, there's all these people talking about like being vegan on your comments. It's like, it just goes on and on and on. You're like, what are you people doing? That's
probably fucking something with shams. Right, fucking behind that some shit somehow.
That's where all the crystals are from, right? You do a lot of crystal stuff.
Shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't know how the fuck else there'd be goddamn vegan bullshit on there.
It's all your fault, Shams.
Fucking goddamn bullshit.
It's the Illuminati, vegan Illuminati. It's all Sham's fault.
No, I don't know. Yeah, it's just some bot garbage. It's just like all that, like fucking just bot garbage.
Yeah.
How do you feel about different famous figures using some of your artwork in like Twitter and stuff like that? Like you support their agenda.
Yeah, somebody just fucking messaged me, "Oh, Proud Boys are using some of your shit for songs." Like, oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that.
And that's the thing. It's like, I'm not there to fucking police the fucking world. People are gonna do it. They're fucking. How would I even fucking stop them?
Yeah.
Please stop doing this. Yeah, they're gonna do it. They're already assholes. Okay, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sir. Fucking, it'll be like, fuck you, Snowflake. Go fuck yourself. Like, what am I doing? Like, that's the thing. So to me, it's sort of like once it's out there, it's out there. It's gonna like, it's on humanity to not use it for fucking shitty stuff, because I can't. If you're doing it, if you're gonna use it for a shitty thing, then me being like, please don't, you're gonna go fuck yourself. You know?
Right. Yeah.
And like, if it was something big where it's like, okay, this person would respond, like it was like all of a sudden Donald Trump's using a Joe Biden erection penis for his fucking like
his campaign
re-election.
Do you ever feel like you need to call people out on that?
I might call somebody on that. It hasn't gotten to that level. I might give Eric a call, but it's pretty far from that, and it's hard to imagine anybody of any consequence using any of my artwork in perpetuity. For anything of any value.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else before we take off? We appreciate you spending an entire 2 hours with us, man.
Yeah, man.
Jesus, guys, you freaking fuckers. You goddamn fuckers.
I know you've got stuff to do.
How does your wife feel about all the crypto art and stuff? I'm really curious about that.
I mean, she's definitely like, well, this is fucking great. I mean,
I'm sure she doesn't mind the money part.
Yeah, why would I be like, this is fucking amazing? No, it's definitely, I'm excited. The next drop, December 11th. Got some excited stuff that I think will bring in a lot of like people who maybe didn't get the space and didn't understand it, and it will make it a little more I don't know, widely accessible, I think. Hopefully. That's what I'm at least aiming for.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool. December 11th. Where at again?
It'll be at the same site.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Yucky doke.
All right.
Awesome,
talking, guys. We'll catch up again soon. You guys take it easy.
Well, before you hang up,
I'm out. Fuck yourself.
You gotta stay. You gotta stay on after the show so we can, get the real
hold
quick,
on for like 5 more minutes.
Hold on for 5 minutes, because we got to get the file from you off the air and all of that. But you can rate us on iTunes, leave a review. You can subscribe on your podcatcher of choice. Helps get our ratings up. The newsletter goes out, every month or so. Make sure you join us for all the live streams, including the AR one this Thursday at 8 p.m. with Don Allen Stevenson III. You can say you've been there, done that. Got the t-shirt with the Mograph logo tee, the Paul Babb Feel the Babb 2020 shirt. All the profits from that go to Doctors Without Borders.
Did you up that to $1,000?
No, I forgot, Dave? But it will be $1,000.
Man. Better get it before it goes up to $1,000.
Render Things t-shirt, hoodie, and long sleeve tee. The That Render is Fire shirt, which you can only wear ironically unless you're shams.
Unless you're shams.
And the new shirt, Graphic Blandishment. Check that out. That'll be up on the site later this week. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, mograph.com. Check us out on all the things. Come say hi. Come join the Slack channel.
Yep.
And all that. Yeah. So,
and I'll let y'all know once I've got my Beeple.
You have to do it.
Alien double penis thing up for sale.
Oh, we're getting that up there. We're getting
we're getting it up there.
There it is.
I built myself a pool.
Matt's got to get me a good Christmas present now.
That'd be sweet.
Cool. All right. We're going to get out of here. Until next time, I'm Dave.
And I'm Matt.
Peace.
And you're
Mike.
And you are Beeple.
I'm Mike.
The Beeple. Mike Beepleman.
Mike Beepleman.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Peace.
Later, yo.
stand by for just 1 second here.
Oh wait, should I stop this?
You can stop the recording, yeah.
So here it is.